Robots Radio. Games, lore, stories, community. Just press play. This show is brought to you by our patrons at patreon.com/ElderScrollsLorecast.
Robots Radio presents The Elder Scrolls Lorecast.
Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast, a place where the Elder Scrolls community can come together to discuss the boundaries of our knowledge about the universe of the Elder Scrolls. Adventurers, welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. This is your host, Tom, or Robots, and I am here, as usual, with my good buddy, Lettuce of Broom. Welcome back, Lettuce.
It's true. I'm Lettuce and Broom.
Lettuce and Broom. Lotus of Doom, you had a killer weekend. I was able to check out some of your streams.
Yeah,
I saw all sorts of money raising going on. I saw all sorts of hilarity.
We made it to our $2,000 charity goal personally, and the team is up. I think we're just shy of 7,500 raised this year for Extra Life. So
nice. That's a new record, right? That's a new.
Yeah, well, this is the first time we've ever tried. I've never run a team. Me and my buddy. So this is our original goal as a team was $5,000. So we are way over anything we had planned on. So couldn't be happier with how generous everybody's been during this. And the event was a lot of fun, including at some point I'll have to bring up a very tragic and brief playthrough of an Elder Scrolls Travels game, which... I think I beat it in 6 minutes and 11 seconds, I was told afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah, it wasn't nice work. It's a bad game.
It's a bad game. Well, congratulations on the raising the money. I'm sure that's going to be put to good use. And
yes, straight to the Boston Children's Hospital
for it.
Yeah. So straight to, awesome stuff. But congratulations on that. And thank you to everybody who tuned in and donated. That's awesome stuff. Way to go, community. You guys did great work. And congratulations to you and your team for putting the time in, for the long hours, and for being there, and for, just being willing to entertain everybody for such a good cause. That's
for sure. It was a lot of fun.
Stuff.
Thanks to everybody hanging out with us. So
yeah. So here we are again. This is the end of the month. This is the end of Spooptober, and that means it's time to bring our patrons on board. And this week we have two of our tier 4 patrons joining us. We have T-Rex. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Doing all right. Well, we're happy you're joining us. And we also have Chef, or if I'm going to say your whole name correctly, and I'm sure I'm going to mess this up.
Don't even try it. It's impossible.
Deo? Is that right?
You hit the nail right on the head.
Yes. I am a hammer.
It's just a stupid joke about SpaghettiOs.
Oh, that sounds great. That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, guys, because we are wrapping up Spooktober with a patron episode, because we're bringing you guys on to talk about what you think some of the spookiest, creepiest, getting under your skinniest, raising hairiest, those don't work as well as some of the other expressions that I've used.
That last one was a little rough, but
a little rough. Just the things in Elder Scrolls that really creep you out the most are. And this is your chance to talk about the things, because there's so much, guys. There's so much. Let's be honest.
There's a lot of creepy stuff in this series.
There's a lot of creepy stuff. There's a lot of creepy stuff. So T-Rex, why don't we start with you? I know you've been thinking through this. You've got a little list going on there, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. So where do you want to start? Where do you want to start with this?
I would say probably one of the creepiest things in the Elder Scrolls is the Black Sacrament.
Sweet mother.
I mean, because there's the whole, desecration of remains. And then, you gotta have a heart there, and you're stabbing and
Yeah, the ritual itself is it's super dark.
Dark, yeah.
And you get to see it directly in Skyrim with
a child.
Aventus Aretino.
Thank you. I was going to say, I know it starts with an A. Yeah.
Yep.
That also seeing a kid do that is like, oof, that's a new level of creep.
It really is. I mean, and then the whole saying too, sweet mother, send your child unto me for the, what is it? Sins of the
sins of the unworthy.
Must be baptized in blood and fear.
Ugh.
Oh,
I mean,
such a good
just
baptism.
A saying.
That's a good baptism.
Right. And even just that phrase is specifically written to play off of our world's imagery of baptism and to turn it on its head.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, we live in Western society. Our imagery of baptism is based on, Judeo-Christian structures and beliefs. And baptism in our world context has to do with this idea of like cleansing and, being brought into the kingdom of heaven and these kinds of things. But in this sense, it's the cleansing through blood and fear. It's just like, it just takes it and puts it in like the absolute like reverse context.
Like right upside down.
Yeah, absolutely. So
complete 180.
Yeah. And it makes, anytime you take religious wording, phrasing, iconography, any of those things, and you flip it on its head, it's like, I don't know, it hits people in the opposite way, and it really messes with you.
Oh yeah.
Actually, the bringing up the Christianity as a parallel to the whole Dark Brotherhood little theology they have going on, you have like an interesting little trio with, like the almighty, like higher power in Sithis with a possible like
Dread
Messiah and and you have like a possible Messiah in the listener, and like the Virgin Mary is the Night Mother.
That's true. You do kind of have
that's definitely a like something they like based
it's a parallel that seems almost, it's one of those things that I mention about the series a lot. Some of these I'm like, this is too coincidental that there wasn't
There's no way they weren't
thought that it was like, oh look, we're not going to focus on this, but hey, here's a thing, let's just turn it into something different and make it our own. But it was like, you can tell somebody probably along that line is like, okay, we'll start with this and we'll just warp it into this really screwed up thing instead.
Right? Because like
it's not even like a super complex like concept.
Right.
It's just mother, father, prodigal child.
Yep.
Because there's Sithis, and then like the whole Night Mother, she was part of the Morag Tong, and then Sithis came and like made babies with her.
And that's one of the theories.
Didn't actually
killed them.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a weird situation.
Right. That's one
There's
of the
also
theories.
the one in Daggerfall.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Playing off that, if that's how we're gonna like kick things off, because one of the things that like I actually we've had episodes where we discussed the Dark Brotherhood, and unpopular opinion, I don't like the Dark Brotherhood because I find them everybody likes the dark and the creepy, and they are legitimately one of the things that I'm like, they are an unhinged group of people. Where I think the Morag Tong is like a cool assassin's guild. I always joke that the Dark Brotherhood is too off the rails for their own good, because generalized spoiler for the Elder Scrolls as a series, they usually end up just betraying and murdering each other because they're just flesh crazed lunatics more than they actually like think things out.
Right. And then they have the cleansing of the.
Yes. And then they have the cleansing, but then that person needs to be cleansed. And it's like, for a quick overview, the cleansing is like when you need to purge one of your guilds because they're not living up to what they should be doing. So you have to go and murder all of the murderers in the murder guild. It's like, so it's just, as a group, it's one of those things that the reason I find them so unsettling, beyond the fact that it's like, okay, they're assassins for hire, but the weirdness that I always find with them is, since it's not done by a code, because they don't pay attention to their own code all the time. Like they have written rules. It's like, don't steal and kill other members. They don't care. They do whatever they want, because most of them aren't in there for a reasonable purpose. Most of them strike me as your stereotypical serial killer who found a guild that gives them a direction until they get bored and murder their own guild mates, which even in their
like
own
Astrid
guild, it's unsettling. Yeah, Astrid sells out her whole, like, it's the concept
Astrid,
is,
I think you mean beef jerky, the person.
Oh no.
Yes,
Oh
yeah.
no.
That
thing.
that is her name. That is her new
Sorry,
name.
that's awful.
Oh no.
I mean, to be fair, that is what the model looks like.
Well,
Oh.
It's-
I think,
yeah.
But yeah, it's just,
especially with the very low quality image from base.
oh
Saturn.
yeah.
And nobody
yeah.
wants to remodel it and make it look better. So it's just the
No.
one. Yeah.
Nobody wants to look at it long enough.
Uh,
But yeah, so just like as a guild, they're very unsettling because it's like being put in with a bunch of people who are really unstable, like, you know, morally to begin with. And it's like, all right, these are your brothers and sisters. You should all get along. It's like, yeah, that's probably not going to go so great. And surprise, it
Yeah.
never goes so great.
Right.
No.
Right. Yeah, but it never will. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Like,
It totally does. But to me, it's just like, even joining up with them, it's like, that's just such an unsettling existence to even be involved with something like that, I would imagine.
oh, sure. Part of the fun, just to break the meta a little bit here, part of the fun of the enjoyment of the Dark Brotherhood is simply the quest lines. Is that being
Hands down some of the best written ones, too.
Oh yeah. Being able to just put on the, you know, like the I don't know, morally bankrupt assassin role and go into a situation where you're able to just creep around in an environment and find a way to take out your target in a way where they never find out who did it, or even if it was a murder. You know, like some of those setups are really, really fun to play through. And I think that's part of why people love those quest lines so much.
Yeah. Their quest lines are generally like pretty creative in how they play out. And I find that most of those have, like, well, at this point we're several games in, so the twists aren't kind of as unexpected as they used to be, because I stand by the fact that one of my favorite quest lines was from Oblivion with the Dark Brotherhood. It's like, all of the things that happen when you recap that, it's like, oh my God, that quest line was so good. And for the time, I remember being totally caught off guard several times. They have some recurring themes of they're all flesh crazed lunatics type of deal. But like, that first one was just like, oh my God, this is so disturbing. And it's something they kind of can't escape when, like, none of them are really stable individuals. It's like, backstabbing is going to become a thing amongst all of you.
Right.
Especially that one guy. I don't know how to say his first name, but Bellamon's, where he has the like shrine of his mother.
Isn't his name just Matthew?
Is that how you say it?
I think that's what the Dark Elf said at the very last quest. I think that's how she said it, but I'm not 100% sure.
I know who you mean, so good enough. And
I mean,
know
he's like unhinged completely.
Very. And actually, one of the original things I remember reading / hearing about, and some of like the stuff looking at the kind of out of meta and how things originally were, I have the original like collector's edition of Oblivion. And when it was rated, one of the things, so originally the Elder Scrolls used to be rated T instead of mature. And if you actually purchase a later on version of Oblivion, it has actually been re-rated where it is M instead of T.
Oh,
Well, that makes
because-
so much sense.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Finally
released.
bothered to play that quest line.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, I might actually be in the No Clip documentary, which I can't say enough good things about. So probably was. They're usually so on point with that stuff. But one of the things was how they rate things is companies need to say like, oh yeah, this is some of the stuff in our game that's going to raise an eyebrow or whatever. And they apparently put in a bunch of stuff, but didn't consider a specific like warped storyline to be like notable, as opposed to like, here's a severed head and here's this person getting impaled in this thing. And when that got played and everybody's like, yeah, I don't want my kid playing this thing about this person like skinning their mom. Like, what is happening? And it got re-rated as an M-rated game. And I remember that being one of the things that was mentioned where it was like, yeah, this is way too dark. Like, you needed to bring this up. So it's like, and since then the series has maintained an M rating. So it's like,
yeah. Sometimes thematic stuff is darker than just like, oh, there's a skull and a spike, you know?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
And
I feel like what got the game that should have got the game the M rating is that one dark elf alchemist with her question about what's the penalty for a certain crime.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? Necrophilia?
Necrophilia.
Yeah. And then there's people around the town who say, oh yeah, I see her skulking in the graveyard sometimes. It's really weird. It makes us all uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Is it one of your options to be like, I think it's at least like 500 gold or something.
Yeah, I know. It's not even that big of a fine. It's just like, ew.
What?
Yeah. I think she says she got... Her family used to be part of like one of the great houses, and then she got like relocated out of Morrowind because they have much stronger opinions on the dead.
Wasn't it
Yes,
Lalu?
Yeah, I think she was a Lala.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, because she went to an Imperial province. That makes sense.
that's funny.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. All right. Well, T-Rex, what else is on your list?
Well, I've got necromancy, and then
Necromancy.
I was halfway there.
I mean, that's
Right.
pretty creepy.
Right.
And then under that, I put what is his name? Arundel. He was the necromancer in Skyrim who would bring back he would bring back the women so he could have sex with them.
Oh
Yep.
man. Well,
The quest is toying with the dead. That was actually one of the
Yeah,
lines.
that one.
oh boy. I mean, you know, it is better when they move around on their own. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
But what about? But half of them are just actual ghosts. It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
Right.
Is that one? Does he just? Actually, no. Now that I think of it, I don't want to know how that works.
Oh no. Oh.
Well, we won't bring up the fact that ectoplasm is a drop. So
Okay. Moving on.
I was gonna say,
We'll just leave this to the audience's imagination.
Next.
Next on the list.
wow, this got dark quick.
Hey, this is what this episode is about. So I'm gonna have to rate this M, even though there's no F-bombs in this one.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to swear to make this be M-rated. Look, see, we're living in Bethesda's footsteps.
Absolutely.
Oh my!
Sorry, my bad.
Don't listen to this one with your children. I should have said that at the beginning.
Yep.
Oh boy!
Oh boy.
I mean, there's some pretty like creepy bad things in these games.
There's some
If you want standard creepy, I came up with two of them. At least they're just standard Halloween spooky you could think of.
Less gross.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, less gross.
Yeah,
just more standard
sure.
creepy.
I mean, we only have two patrons on this episode, so this is free form. So just feel free to throw stuff out. Yeah. Yeah.
The only two that I thought up of like beforehand, I've been coming up with more as we're going along. Sadly,
No, that's totally fine.
there's a certain clan of Bosmer vampires who I don't recall exactly what the name of them were, but the folklore is that they'll whenever a child like runs too far from like the family homestead or whatever, they'll go in and kill and eat the child, and use vampires. Then they'll use illusion magic to disguise themselves as the child. And then go into the family's home and then live there for a few weeks. And, you know, the family will just know, like, hey, my kid's being kind of weird. And then a few weeks later, the entire family's gone. Guess why?
Yep.
Empires.
Eaten by your youngest.
That makes sense. I mean, it seems like a very effective tactic.
It's effective, but boy.
All right. So from what I think I see, I was trying to double check the name for you. It looks like it might be called, oh God, pronunciation ruined before I even start. Keerlith clan, Keerilth. That would be what it's referenced as for vampires that are Bosmer based. I think that's the one you're referring to. So the ordeal.
It's K-E-E what?
Keerilth.
Yeah, Keerlith.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you.
Yep, I believe that's
Yeah,
the group
or
that you're
Shade
looking
Mist
for.
might be another name for them.
Oh yeah, actually, you might be right. I think that could be another one too. I was trying to Google this on the fly without.
I know there's
dragging this
two
out for us.
notable Bosmer vampire clans.
Yeah. So that might be them. Yeah, that's pretty dark. Taking advantage of parents who think they might have lost their kids, and then
Yeah,
that's no good. Bad vampires. But then again,
I mean, what do you expect?
yeah, we're
They're
their
more
food
like
source.
Ball's creation. They're not going to be like wholesome. Give the parent a hug and a kiss and say sorry. Hey,
correct.
And the whole way that what is that clan from up in that castle?
Volkahar?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of their
In the
females.
same book. Well, not all of theirs. I believe it's just
pretty
Serana
much.
and
Yeah.
I think it's just Serana and Valerica.
Well, because it makes you very high renown. This is actually one of the few things that probably is best to not specifically go into because it gets really more like warped. But
LeMay Ball.
yeah, it's
Oh boy.
we discussed kind of the darker aspects of becoming a vampire, and like some of the clans have a very direct way of becoming a vampire, which that whole thing is one
The
of
clan mothers.
that's literally one of the darkest aspects
Yeah.
of this game, where it's like that is oof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
How about Hag Ravens?
Hag Ravens are another good one.
There's
That's
one.
pretty
There's
creepy.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I find a lot more creepy about them.
Okay.
Mostly the Briar Hearts. Imagine being
I'm
a
so glad
Reachman
you're bringing
man
this up.
who just was told, hey, you're a good fighter. You can do some magic. We got this awesome idea. We're going to send you to these crazy raven ladies. They're going to put you on a table. They're going to cut out your heart, probably while you're still awake because they don't really care. And they're going to put a plant seed in it, and you're going to basically be alive, but not really. And you're going to be in constant agony for the rest of your life. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Briarhearts, one of in the Daggerfall Covenant for ESO. It's in their storyline. I think it's in Glenumbra, if I'm not mistaken. It could be Rivenspire, but I'm pretty sure it's in the Glenumbra region. They actually, at one point during one of the quest lines where you're actually dealing with a decent amount of hedge magic, you come across a Briarheart tree in which they were mass making Briarhearts. So it was a sapling that was growing out, and they had carved out the hearts of all of the warriors, threw them into the tree, and they were actually growing out of the tree as part of Briarheart. So it was like making them in mass. And it is a really disturbing image, especially when you burn it down, because it like flails and stuff, because they're not dead exactly like you were saying. Like they're kind of both. So yeah, very creepy stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of Reachman stuff is just really creepy. Think about it.
Yeah, there's is there a tree in ESO that you can actually put in your house too?
Oh, I don't know. That seems like a housing item.
I
like
think
that
there
seems
might
like
be
something that
I just Googled it and one popped up, so I'm pretty sure that there
They
is.
very well might. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the stuff you unlock by clearing a region, I wonder if actually I should go back through that and look at the region vendor. I wonder if there's like a Briarheart tree I can just buy.
Check
I
this
think I
out.
need to
Right?
buy ESO.
There we go. Briarheart tree.
Oh yeah, you can see all the people forming out of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. There they are.
There they are. There's some in the roots. Yep, that's the one. All right.
So if you want one in your
man.
house, you got
Great.
that's cool. That's cool.
wow.
There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at this.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can see the Briarhearts coming on the branches
growing
and then
out
the
of the tree.
people
Oh,
in the
yeah.
I can see the
tree.
guy in there. Yeah.
There they are.
Yep.
So they grow out of the person. Like
Yes.
the person is basically the fertilizer.
Wild.
Yes, and
Or
that
the
seemed to be
tree.
what they were doing. They just dumped the
Oh,
bodies
there's
and then
like a
they
couple-
grew out of the tree, from my remembrance.
Okay.
It is a dark quest line.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I mean, what do you expect from worshippers of Namira?
Yeah. That's
She's not going to tell them like make a cute tree. Namira.
Make a cute tree.
yeah. Paint a happy fern.
Oh, this one's real good. Oh, here we go, guys.
Oh no.
Check this out. Look at that. Look at those bodies. underneath that tree.
Oh,
There, yeah, beautiful.
Wonderful.
Oh, their hands are like
Their
tied
hands are
up
bound.
above their
Yep.
head.
Yeah, it's like they were bound and
Are
then
they like half
killed.
buried, or is there like legs cut
I
off?
think I think the bottom half didn't fully make it.
It didn't fully make it.
Oh, like you were saying earlier, maybe it's decomposing from the bottom.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yes.
So they
Beautiful.
maybe they were offended by having like no pants and going with the Donald Duck approach, and they just ripped their lower torso off.
Keep your pants on.
Gets the job done.
Keep your pants on, zombie. Fine. You're gonna just grow
Fine,
a briar
take your
tree out
legs
of you.
off then.
Yep. Take your
Just
legs
thinking,
off.
hey, you know, when you get home, you want to be comfortable, and that's basically their forever home. They ain't getting anywhere else.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
You're gonna be a tree now. Here you go.
Yep.
Hope you're excited.
Excited about that. Well,
Making Argonians jealous, Tamriel wide.
well, here's what I'm excited about is going to the middle of the show to thank the rest of our patrons. How about we do that
All
real
right.
quick? And you guys be thinking about the other creepy stuff that we can talk about when we get back.
The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign.
Nominated in New Jersey's Here Now Audio Fiction Festival 2020, it's BioShock, the Midnight Series. Based in the dystopian underwater city of Rapture, witness what it was like for civilians from different walks of life before and after Andrew Ryan's city fell. It's a tale of deception, downfall, and survival. BioShock, the Midnight Series, a podcast by Preston Hardin. Listen on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
So this is the part of the show where we get to thank these two and the rest of our patrons, all 54 of you, holy moly, for helping to support the show. Holy crap, guys. That's nuts. So there's you two. Then there are our two Daedric princes we have currently, Mr. Gummy Boy and Noodle Al Dente. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And then we have the two of you who are Dragonborn supporters, tier 4 supporters. And there are 3 other Dragonborn supporters. And then the rest of our patrons. So thank you to all of you guys for helping to support the show and making this a thing that we can do every week. It's because of you guys that we can do this. So thank you so very much. And if you've considered, helping out the show or checking out all the different things on the Patreon, then you can go to patreon.com/Elder Scrolls Lorecast. And if we've done anything to, help you get through the workday, your workout, your drive to work, or decorating your cat for Halloween, then, consider checking it all out, because you get ad-free episodes, you get episodes early, and at the higher tiers, you can even join us on a future episode of the show. And there's a bunch of other stuff like t-shirts with Daedric princes on there. So if you like creepy stuff, you get t-shirts at tier 4 and higher, or tier 3 get stickers. There's all sorts of fun stuff. So go check that stuff out. Lots of cool stuff. Thank you again to all of our supporters. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, let's get back to the creepy stuff. Here we go.
Yes, you're entirely brilliant. Conquering madness and all that. Blah, 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 blah.
T-Rex, are you decorating your cats for Halloween?
They would not even let me hold them long enough to get anything on them. And my dog would just eat the costume. So
My mother has a little Santa thing for one of our dogs.
Yeah, we've got costumes. I posted them on the Discord. Oh,
Yep.
we've got. Oh, can I show you
saw
guys?
those.
My wife and my son just finished cutting our Kirby themed jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
That came out good.
that's
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah. It's a little bright on the camera, but the eyes are even like half cut, and the mouth is even half cut, so that you can actually see like the. Oh, there's Kirby Tree back there. Pretty cool. All right. Well,
That
this is
came out
great.
very good.
Hey guys, you want to come take the pumpkin back? You can. They just left me here holding it.
Here, hold
It's
this.
part of the show now.
You get to keep it.
There's a light in there.
He's the
They're
third
trying to change.
guest.
They're trying to change the color on it. This is great audio content for people who can't
Yeah, it
actually
really
see.
is. Picture Kirby, but in pumpkin form. Boom,
Yeah.
there you go. You got
Kirby
it. It
jack-o'-lantern.
looks exactly
There
like
it is.
Kirby, so I mean,
It's true.
Yeah, there it is.
it's very
You guys
on
did
brand,
great. That's
except
awesome. That's
orange
awesome.
and not pink.
Yeah, we're having some cool Halloween stuff this weekend. So yeah, very cool stuff. Okay, so let's get back to the creepy things. You guys have anything else on your lists? I know Chef, you said you had two things prepared. Did we cover them both, or was there something else?
It was the Bosmer and the yeah.
Okay, and then you also mentioned that you had some other things that came to mind.
There's also I thought up of when we were talking about the off the coast thing, that got me to thinking to the whole I think it was Uriel Sept and the Fifth never returned from Akavir.
Yeah, I did a whole episode about that.
Neat.
Yeah, and the hearsay as to what happened, but then the questions about like what really happened. Do you have any theories about that?
Well, aside from the most completely crackpot theory possible, where he's going to be coming back, and that's the plot of Elder Scrolls 6. He's going to come back and fight the Thalamor for control, but realistically, no, he's probably dead. From a story perspective, they probably have to do something way more interesting than that. But if we ever do get any like closure, the most realistic thing would be like they think, hey, Dragonborn, let's take that and use it because we ate all of our dragons. And they realize like, he's just kind of a dud one, whatever. Eat him and throw him out.
Right. I mean, you could have a theme where like, what if he ended up becoming the emperor over there, and he ended up having a line of succession that then returns to Tamriel and wants to claim emperorship of Tamriel as the true remaining emperor. Now returning to claim the throne.
They're like, here we are.
They're like, I'm back, bitches. And they're like, who are you? And they're like, freaking great grandson of the emperor. And they're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, what do you mean what I'm talking about? And they've got like Akaviri armies and like dragons from the other continent and stuff. That could be that could be a really crazy idea.
But isn't there the whole thing about the dragon whose name is what is it like? It's like a reversed version of Akatosh.
The reverse version of Akatosh.
Isn't the tiger people? I don't remember the Akaviri names too well.
The
Capotan,
yeah, Capotan.
They have isn't their leader like supposed to be a dragon, and is his name like a respelling of Akatosh?
I don't remember the respelling of Akatosh part, but maybe you might be onto something. I don't
remember that, but I do know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Look up Capotan now.
Yeah, I was going to say, without looking that up, I don't actually know.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe people are going to yell at us, and this is something that we're going to have to like brush up on and be like, oh crap, that is the thing. We'll have to do an episode.
Yeah, Toshraka, that's what they call him.
Toshraka.
Yeah, and that even sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that does seem like a respelling of Akatosh.
Yeah. Neat.
Interesting.
How about that?
Well,
and they do call it the Tiger Dragon's Empire, so maybe there's something there.
Tiger Dragon. Or just might be creepy. Akatosh being worshipped in a different form by other people.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
Okay, so what else is on your list of creepy stuff?
I've got the Coven of Namira, the cannibals from Skyrim. They're pretty creepy.
Bloody
Back to the
Reach.
How about just the Reach as a whole?
Yeah.
There's a really good Skyrim mod for the Reach that makes a lot of creepy stuff. Beyond Reach, it's a classic mod. It's so good.
Interesting.
But it adds a lot of the creepy stuff you'd expect to see.
Yeah, cannibalism makes sense. I mean, that's definitely
that's not normal.
Creepy.
And that shrine, her like Namira's shrine in Skyrim, the design of it is really, really disturbing.
Like you can vaguely make out the body.
Yes, because most of it's just a paste, which is not a descriptor that belongs next to the body. So, that's actually a really good one that I didn't think of. It's that, Namira in general is unpleasant, especially the whole ordeal in Markarth.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I also got Rorikstead.
Oh, that theory.
The theory about Rorikstead, how the land is so fertile because they sacrifice all of the moms, and that's the reason that there's no moms in
And the reason the only woman there is one who couldn't have a kid.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good one.
I mean, and I can't remember who did the YouTube video on it.
It was Camelworks.
I was going to say it was Camelworks.
Yeah.
I love Camelworks' stuff.
And they find the Book of the Daedra.
And it's one of the only 3 books in the town or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you clip outside of one of the houses or some crap.
Yeah.
And you also find the Book of the Daedra just continuously following in a loop.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
So yeah, that one's like, I guess they sacrifice the women who are able to have kids.
I just wonder what prince they'd be sacrificing to.
Right?
That doesn't even make...
You know what? Why don't we just
not even be a Daedric prince?
Yeah,
I thought
it could be like a demi prince, something like that. Yeah,
or it could just be a powerful magic user. I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
There's a number of other forces. Yeah, there's a number of other forces in the world than Daedric princes that want dark things and have the power to deliver on them.
Or left turn, it's actually Zenithar. Looks like one of the Adra did do something.
Freaking Zenithar.
Yeah.
For once. Yes, they are real.
I don't know about that.
It's funny. So you mentioned that, which that the Rorik's Dread one's actually really good. I totally forgot about that one, but it's funny because the reference that was based on is actually something I'm about to reference with mine, which I feel is underplayed in the series a lot. And I don't want them to necessarily, much like the Dwemer, I don't want them to give all the answers, because an element of mystery makes it creepy in and of itself sometimes with the unknown. But reference to a Camelworks video again, because I actually
is this going to be the Augur one?
No, the one I'm going to mention is the Hist in general, but specifically the Sleeping Hist tree or the Sleeping Sap tree. So the Hist in general, I think, do not get enough attention because Argonians are super chill and mellow and everybody likes them and they're happy and everything. The Hist are really freaky because
they kind of really are.
They are. They're this very quiet hive mind that seems to potentially go past Kalpas and just linger in this world with tie-ins to pretty much everything, but nobody knows why. And without going into like weird Argonian lore, it's like the Argonians are vessels for these inert trees, which when they die seem to basically ferry information back to them. And it's like, okay, this is like some creepy ass, what is going on with these things? And the Camelworks video that I was going to make mention of, because he does a great video on the potential theory of this tree. But basically there is a tree in Skyrim for anybody who hasn't played it. It's just the sleeping tree. Isolde from town has a shipment of this sleeping sap that you find out.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So essentially she's kind of a drug dealer.
And she has that orc who's dead in the cave.
Yep.
Yes. And there is a dead orc.
He was her
cave.
like supplier or whatever.
Yes. And the game doesn't go an awful lot into it. It's one of these things which, again, adds to the mystery and the creep factor of these. But the theory that I like the best, she makes a reference to, and actually this is from the Elder Scrolls fandom, is just the little snippet that I'm going to do just so that I don't have to try to explain it like in a bumbling fashion. She also heard the story this is Isolde, by the way. She also heard a story that it was the spore that fell from a floating island in the sky. Now, what that is a reference to is actually one of the novels in which Umbriel, which is this floating death fortress, essentially from Oblivion, right? Is at one point hovering across Tamriel, scooping up all life and turning it into essentially Azure Plasm to just feed its creations. And one of the tree seeds falls from there and lands on the earth and becomes this rogue Hist. There's reference in the books as well. This is very, very like condensed because the books are rather involved. They're pretty good, but one of the Argonian main characters, Mea Glim,
Who's
makes
really good, by the way.
references.
Really interesting character. He's a really interesting
he's
character.
a great character.
Yeah.
And he makes several references throughout the book to being like pulled by the Hist. And when things would go awry, he would kind of like zone out and just feel the Hist. And one of the histories kind of just went dark from the rest of them. And it was separated from that like communications device. And then you get this seedling that grows into this sleeping thing, which is producing this poison that you can use as a drug. It's like all of these little bits independently add up to the Hist as a concept being really, really creepy. They just, there's no indication as to what their motivations are other than collecting information. And something that just perpetually collects information with no direction as to why it's there just gives me this very unsettling feeling. And the only times they've ever acted, we made reference shows ago to when the Oblivion Crisis was happening. And suddenly, this could be bad. Let's jack up all our creations on HissSap. They go in and drive the Daedra back in their own realm. It's like, okay, so these things also have a lot of potential power that they're just simply not using. It's like, so they're just collecting data, have a ton of strengths that we don't understand. Like, this is a pretty powerful force that's just lingering in the series with basically no explanation to them whatsoever.
Anything with that much ability to collect information across every Argonian in Tamriel,
right?
You know, and all of the Tamriel, all of the Argonians work as eyes, ears, and hands for anything they need done at any moment.
Yeah, and I've long kind of been under the impression that like the joke is like, okay, nobody can invade Black Marsh, not that you'd want to because it's just like kind of a dump, but like everything has failed to actually set up any type of civilization there because it's just such a disaster and it's so hostile and everything like that. And it always makes me wonder, is that intentional to keep people away from the Hist that are there? Mm-hmm. Because again, the Hist might not want other races, species, anything prying around with what they're doing because that would eliminate some of their control of the situation. And Argonians have no problem coming in and out of the region. So it's like,
right. Is it a perfect natural fortification for them?
Exactly. Yeah. So that whole region, just there's something I feel that they haven't gone into with the Hist that I'm still waiting to see. And they're so, just separated from the rest of the world of Tamriel and Nirn in general. And as a whole, I'm wondering if they'll ever go into like, okay, these things actually could theoretically be a huge potential threat. And nobody would really expect that coming because other than being kind of just there, nobody's usually worried too much about Argonians. I mean, Dunmer just going and enslaving them and everything like that. So it's great stuff. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more there that could be explored with that whole thing, because those things freak me out.
Yeah, creepy stuff. Creepy stuff. I still like Argonians though.
Oh, great!
Yeah, totally.
They're cool.
They're cool.
How couldn't you?
Yeah, dinosaur people.
They are, and they get some fun little headpieces that you can make.
Yeah.
But Argonians are very cool. And what would make a less or a more unsuspecting enemy than, you got these nice chill Argonians. They're just hanging out. They like nature. Oh, by the way, they're actually secret like vessels of these like super demon creature things that look like trees. Like,
how
are they really suspicious? Are they really suspicious though, or is that just a little bit of bias since we all heard that theory about the politicians all being lizard people?
Oh my god, it was the Argonians?
How good have they? How good a job have they done?
That might just be cultural bias,
right?
The Argonians are
maybe they're just cool.
Well, here's a question: how good a job have they done in the series to take what are effectively really threatening reptile humans or like dinosaur-looking people, which to our eyes should like raise warning flags? Like that should look extremely threatening and dangerous to us, right? Like scales, spikes on their faces, sharp pointy teeth. They look cold-blooded. They're
make
not
them a fan favorite.
Yeah, and turn them into this idea of them being like docile, friendly. We feel bad for them. They've been enslaved for so much of his history. Like they've turned them into this. Like we look kind of on them as being like, oh, these poor creatures. They've been taken advantage of for so much of this time. They've kind of been like put down by these other races. Like we feel bad for them. When we really like our initial instinct should be to be like fear them or, be afraid of them. But they've turned that on its head.
Well, I mean, he's not shy about saying the current lore master, Lehman Tuttle, is a huge fan of Argonians. They're, I believe, his favorite race. He loves the Argonians. So helping write some of the stories with Elder Scrolls Online, which I think is most recently where people have gotten their connection to them, because a lot of the area has been fleshed out as we've been to Murkmire and Shadowfen. Like we've gotten more of the region than we have in previous games. And I mean, originally, if you go all the way back to what do you call it? Arena, for example. I mean, they weren't even Argonians. They were lizard mans, not even plural. It wasn't even lizard men. It was lizard mans.
Lizard mans.
I mean, they just would run at you and make this like 8-bit sound, and then they'd just swing a weapon at you and you would kill them. And that was the end of it. So they've come a long way in the series from the start, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're getting close to the end of the show. Are there any last things that you want to bring up? Or, I think this is actually the more interesting question. When you first got into the series, what was one of the first things that really hit you kind of sideways that you weren't expecting? One of the first things you ran into and went, whoa, that was like, oh, that was sideways. I didn't expect that. That was really creepy. Do you remember getting really creeped out for the first time?
I think I know what mine was.
Yeah? What was it?
It's been on the same thing I've been saying this whole podcast, and how I think what we've also inadvertently been going back to, it's all just the Reachman stuff. A lot of it's just really like dark for no reason.
Well, I mean, there is a reason.
The one thing that always creeped me out at first, though, was just like the sheer amount of like awful stuff going on in like the Markarth region in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Like
you have 3 of your like the most popular Daedric quests there. You have all sorts of crazy stuff. Markarth's just a creepy place. That's, as much as like I feel I would feel comfortable like geographically in the area, because I live in New England. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But
Lotus is like, yes.
Yeah, no,
yes.
Not wrong. Yeah.
Southern New England?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm a little north of Boston, so yes. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, I'm in the tiny little baby state, so I feel you.
Yep, that is New England.
Yeah. But there's so much dark stuff going on there. It's like the one thing that always really brought it to my attention is just that place just has a really bad vibe. There's always something awful going on in that city. There's all the crap with the Silver Bloods. This is just in Skyrim as a non-ESO player. And then there's the House of Horrors. There's all the Namira crap going on. There's so much.
Yeah.
Ironically, even though you don't have the ESO reference, our recent episode on the Void, that was introduced in the Markarth DLC.
Yeah, I try and follow up on the lore stuff for the ESO.
So, all right, yeah, touche.
Yeah.
Markarth as a place, don't go there.
And to be fair, a lot of the Reachmen, well, from what we learned in ESO anyways, a lot of them worship the Daedric princes, but they don't.
Yeah.
I guess they don't really call them that.
The greater spirits of the Reach.
They're the only ones that they even recognize, because they're the only ones that actually show face.
Yeah. But it kind of makes sense why there's so many creepy things going on if there's so many deals being worked out with those specific princes.
Which is probably why the Reachmen are the coolest race, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're just
cool. They're perpetually living in Halloween Town is what they're doing.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing of the theory of Halloween started from the Celts.
Just watched that movie yesterday.
So good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween.
There you go.
Reachman.
I don't think I would say that anything's really like grabbed me like that as far as like creep factor, but I mean, one thing that did stand out to me is the serial killer in Windhelm who kills his victims who kills his victims to try and resurrect his sister.
His sister.
No, it was his sister who died on one of their adventures because they used to go adventuring together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you were just
that kind of stood
his name was Curio or something?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with names, but
yeah,
me too.
I forgot.
This is why we do research before we do
this is why we usually have a bunch of notes to try to not butcher names.
Right.
Just their pronunciations.
So this kind of stood out and you were just kind of like, oh, dark.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't get creeped out really that much. So
have you, here's a fun question. Have you tried Skyrim in VR?
Yes.
Okay, so the environments in VR.
I found the butcher's name. Calixto Corium is his name.
Okay.
There you go. So the environments in VR are a completely different situation because when you're looking at these on your TV screen or your computer screen, there's a disconnect, right? You're looking at the screen at a distance. Even when you're in first person, you're still kind of at a distance. But when you put that headset on and you're looking around you and you're in like Bleak Falls Barrow.
You become that person.
You are in freaking Bleak Falls Barrow, and the spider webs on, like, first of all, the barrow is large inside. It's cavernous. Even the hallways feel big compared to the size of how big you are. And you look up and around, and just the darkness around you is just like, it just feels dark and cold. And you have when you have your headphones on for your VR headset, the creaky sounds and the cavernous, like, that sound that happens. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever played the game with headphones on and you get that, like, there's that sound of just like that. I don't know what it's the wind whipping through the barrow.
It's like cold air.
Yeah.
It literally
cold
is like
air
the
sound.
air is cold. Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't it do like the
echoey thing? There's like echoey things going on.
It's like you hear it on one side and not the other, and
like the situational surround sound type of thing going on. Yeah.
So the sound mixed with the fact that you actually feel like you're in the room, and then you look up and you see, like, you know, the spider webs just kind of blowing in the corner of, say, like a doorway. But then you realize how freaking big those spider webs are. And these are not regular. These are not like the spider webs that you notice in your house and you're like, I guess we got a spider over here. And you clean off it and it's like the size of like your hand in the corner.
Well, yeah, frostbite spiders
it's proportional.
are like substantially larger than my dog.
Right. These spider webs are like this. And you're like standing there looking at the spider web going like, I could get stuck in that spider web. And then you make your way through, and then like you fight a giant spider, and the giant spider is like actually gigantic in front of you.
Yeah,
and then
I mean, when you're playing in VR, you can kind of understand why Arvel was so scared.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's his name. I was going to say, isn't he stuck in the spider web?
Yes.
Yeah, he's screaming, crying, get him out.
Everything's huge. And when you know, the Draugr are running at you and they're human sized and you're swinging your sword at them and you're like, oh my God, this is like a real person standing in front of me and I'm swinging a sword. And then you get out of there and then you actually have to fight a dragon, and the dragon is actually dragon sized in front of you.
Yeah.
Like that experience really puts this game into perspective. Also, really funny stuff, a really funny thing. What you also need to do, you need to pick up an apple and hold it up next to an NPC's head, because the apple is the same size as a person's head. Yes. The scale of some of the smaller items in the game are a little bit larger.
Amazing.
So you can see them better from a distance. Probably, I'm assuming that this is the reason. So like a sword is sword sized, right? You lean down, you pick it up, you hold it in your hand. It looks like a sword. It's proportionate. But little objects like vials and apples and things like that are just slightly enlarged, because otherwise they would be really hard to see, like on the ground at a distance. Yeah. So you go to a table, pick up an apple and hold it up in your hand, and it looks like abnormally large. And then you like just put it next to an NPC's head, like you have a companion. Hold it up to Lydia's head or something. Yeah. And you'll have like Lydia's head there and then an apple. And it's like, why is this apple as big as your head, Lydia? Yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, that game, like playing it in VR is a completely different experience, especially in some of the really creepy environments. And of course, you get overpowered. Yeah, House of Horrors, and then you get overpowered, especially if you get like it's really fun to play like a mage build and just like Palpatine everything with lightning and stuff. You know, like that's really cool because then you just feel like you can blow everything up. But anyway, if you want a really creepy experience, try Skyrim in VR. And then if you want an even creepier experience and you play it on VR on PC, download some mods. Yeah. Add some,
I have some recommendations for horror mods.
Yeah, add some horror mods. But even if you're not going to do any like game changing mods, if you just want some environmental mods, download some of the lighting mods and some of the environmental mods.
Like make it darker and stuff.
Make the lighting work more like real lighting and make the environments actually work like real environments with real light, so that you actually have to use torches or like magic lighting to be able to see in distances and stuff, so that like there's not like, you know, fake lighting so you can see all the way down a dark hallway for no reason. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That makes the game really cool to play.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then you actually have to use a torch. So, or, you know, constantly make sure that you're casting your light orb. But even then you can only see like, you know, 10, 15 feet down the hallway, and then the lighting gives out. And then when you see like the glowing skeleton eyes moving towards you, you're like, oh, this is cool. You know, yeah, that stuff's really cool.
I done messed up now.
Oh boy, here comes creepy Skelly. He's coming.
All right, so mine is super short. So Tom, what's yours? Mine is incredibly short, but I actually do have a very specific thing that creeped me out originally from this series.
Yeah, well, this is my most recent one is doing the Skyrim in VR thing and actually like playing with the stuff. Originally, I have to think back to playing so the thing that really creeped me out, I've told the story before about like the thing that really drew me into the game, but I think it was realizing that there were actual vampires in the game. Because I didn't realize that. And then coming upon a vampire nest and actually having to like being a low level character and having to deal with an actual vampire for the first time, and like, you know, like the fighting it and having a hard time beating it and then realizing that I had acquired a disease and not understanding what that was, and then realizing that I was turning into a vampire, and then slowly putting it together and going like, okay, the sun is hurting me now. I'm having these weird nightmares every time I sleep. And this was in Oblivion. And okay, what is going on here? And then trying to figure out, okay, so now I'm just a vampire. How am I going to deal with this? And then having to look up online that, okay, there is a way to solve vampirism, but now I have to like cart myself halfway across the map and find some old lady.
The buggiest quest in the game too.
Yeah, find some old lady in a cabin and go on some other quest. And I haven't even uncovered, you know, a tenth of the map yet. And oh my God, what am I doing? Yeah. But like the creepiness of like that actually being a reality in the game that I now have to deal with really drew me into the world, but also totally creeped me out at the same time. So I would put that on my list.
So yeah, to close stuff up, mine will probably only resonate with anybody who's played the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But there's a lot of creepy stuff in Morrowind. But the first thing that I remember being like, what am I playing, was when you make the trek to Balmora and meet Caius, who is the shirtless attendant who makes really lewd and uncomfortable advances towards you, and you have to sleep on his floor to continue like the quests. I remember being very disturbed. Like, in all seriousness, I was like, what the hell game is this? He's like the bald buff guy with no shirt. So in all seriousness, that's one of the few things, because I had no idea what I was getting into with this series. And when I played that over my friend's house, I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, why is this guy telling me to undress so he'll give me the rest of my like information? I was like, I don't think I like this game.
There he is.
So, yep. That was my initial trauma from the series.
Oh my God.
Yeah, talk about traumatic.
What is that?
Yeah, so that's your blades connection. And also you'll notice under the bed, for anybody who can see the visual version of this. There's a skooma pipe and a spoon under his bed because he's actually a skooma addict as well. So.
Isn't that why he gets called back to the
it's
Imperial
even
City?
better.
I think so. Yeah, he does disappear at one point, right? Because he is recalled to the Imperial City. But yeah, woof.
Peak man.
Yeah.
Masculinity.
Rob the Princess in chat says, quote, "You may not like it, but that's what peak masculinity looks like."
Yeah. So that's definitely up there. And, you know, like I said, Morrowind in general, we should probably...
Yeah, Morrowind.
Morrowind has a high creep factor.
Then like 50% of Kirkbride's writings also apply.
It's it's Divith Fear and his daughters.
Oh.
That's really...
His daughters / wives
/ clones.
Yeah. His daughters / wives / clones.
Yeah, it's the series is a lot of fun and has a lot of easygoing stuff, and man, does it have some dark parts.
Isn't he also in ESO?
He is. He actually
definitely could be.
He's a pretty prominent
enough.
character actually in ESO through Morrowind and the Clockwork City. He actually helps you do one of the trials, the Halls of Fabrication. So
Isn't he old enough that he used to be at Keimer, or was that another Telvanni mage?
no, I think you're right. Or at least he was around for
He
that
is
time because
real old.
he's freaky.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
he's magically enhanced.
Yeah.
Old, not
And
like
what-
He's
you're
pre-tribunal old.
yeah, it's like 2000 or something, I think. So
Yeah, Chef, you should play through the Elder Scrolls Online stuff just for the story bits. I think
yeah,
you-
the story,
I
the
read
stories
a lot
make
of it.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stories definitely make it worth it, even if like some of the MMO bits aren't your thing, because that was how I got into it.
I feel you that.
Yeah, I got into it like, oh, I want to see the stories, and then, well, 7 years later, I'm like, all right, so I'm almost I've done all the things. I've done almost everything in ESO. I was like, I don't like MMOs still.
I gave it a shot like 4 years ago, but you know, I don't know, a barely high school kid wasn't having too much fun figuring out how to play an MMO like that.
Yeah,
And not having anybody to play with, I had a pretty bad
for
time.
sure.
yeah,
for
it's,
sure.
it's not too bad, especially if
I
you're
should
just
give it
sticking
another
with
shot though, probably.
stick with the
Yeah,
quest
it's
lines.
definitely improved.
Just kinda-
Companions help.
Yeah, just kind of build your characters how you want. Just grab whatever
Lorecasters.
weapons
You
as
don't
go.
have to
existing.
like do anything with other people. You can literally
Right.
just solo everything like Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that's how I do quest stuff.
Yep. So, guys, thank you for joining me. Why don't we wrap this up, because this has been super fun and we're kind of out of time. T-Rex, do you have anything going on you want to share, or ways people can get a hold of you?
Nothing going on.
Nothing going on.
No.
All right.
And I do have a Twitter. I always forget the name of.
Well, you can just tell people to reach
I
out to you on the
can never
Discord
remember.
if you'd rather say that.
Your T-Rex
What is it? Yeah, it's-
9431.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There you
He's
go.
faster than me.
Lotus is a Twitter expert.
I use Twitter way more than I should use Twitter.
And that's all.
Okay, well, cool. And Chef?
I've got a couple of things that I've been wanting to try starting up. Like I want to try making content for the only other game series I'm very into, as well as some Elder Scrolls stuff. I'm on multiple platforms. All of it just, you're gonna have an easy time looking it up. Just SHEFF, and that'll probably be the only result.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's some good branding.
Yeah, hopefully going for some fun Skyrim. My plan is to just make a Skyrim playthrough, but not like playthrough, like using it to like possibly try and start tell a story type thing, you know?
Oh,
Like the
okay.
Wilburger stuff, but like less of a joke.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I got a few mods planned out for it, some dark stuff.
Cool.
But, you know, hopefully it'll be fun.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, you never know until you try.
Yeah.
Might as well give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Worst case scenario, I play through, pretend I'm the guy from Berserk again. Whatever.
I was going to say, when you play through something you already like, it's really not work in that situation.
Yeah. Have fun with it, and then if people like it, people will watch, and, just keep on making stuff, and you're always going to learn by doing, and you'll just get better and better as you go. So that's what I've done for years. That's, Lotus has done stuff too. Like you just gotta do things, and you just learn from doing, and then you have fun, and you make friends along the way, and
Yeah, we recently just found the videos on a website that I used to work for back in the day. And I was like, wow, this is somehow much worse than I remember.
Yeah. Plus, if you post it on your own YouTube, eventually you can just delete it.
No, it's not. It was on an actual website. So I was like, cool, that's there forever until they don't renew something. That's terrible.
Yeah. So when it's your own YouTube, you can actually delete it and make it go away. So
Advice taken.
there you go. So awesome, guys. Thank you for joining me. And Lotus, do you have anything cool going on now that the weekend's
now
over?
that our Extra Life is complete and all that stuff was accomplished, actually, T-Rex was one of the winners. Your Elsewhere coin's actually en route to you. She was one of the winners, and so is everybody else's who's listening. But yeah, as for me, I don't really have anything specifically planned because I'm actually going away for my anniversary this weekend. So this is the last thing I'm doing. Thank you. This is the last thing I'm doing until next week. So I have tomorrow off. I'm super happy about it. And then, be back to doing Tales and this show and streaming if I manage to get the chance to do so. But yeah, just thank you again, everybody who hung out during Extra Life, donated, just kept me company, kept me awake. It was greatly appreciated.
Awesome.
And you can find me Lotus of Doom literally everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere.
It's me.
Everywhere.
It's me. I cross-branded as best I could.
Well, have a super fun weekend. Say hi to Lady of Doom for me.
I will.
Lady of Doom.
Yep. My favorite quote was from Mike Finnegan at ESO Vegas. He was like, "Oh, hello, Mrs. Lotus of Doom." And she's like, "Really? That's what my name's going to be here?" It's like, I guess.
Actually, can I call her Woman of Doom? Because that sounds even more mysterious. Woman of Doom. It sounds kind of sexy too. Like, hello, I am the Woman of Doom. Nice to meet you, Woman of Doom.
It's like
Sounds like a Lady of Darkmoor type thing.
Right. Well, have a fun weekend. You guys know how to catch my stuff. robotsradio.net for all the different shows, bunch of different lorecasts. We've got even more new shows coming to the Rocket Club. Lots of creators making new podcasts and other content for you guys. So if you're looking for other podcasts to check out about mostly video games and other stuff, go check that stuff out. They're all listed on the Robots Radio Discord channel. So if you want to see all of those things there or join us there for fun conversations, go check that out. Also, I've been streaming in the mornings every morning starting around 8:30 and usually through 11 or 12 o'clock. And I've been playing a lot of Back 4 Blood. Jumped back into Hunt Showdown because super creepy. That game is super creepy. There's some new levels and things. If you don't know what Hunt Showdown is, go check it out. Super creepy stuff. But I'll probably be going back into Back 4 Blood again some more. So come hang out with me in the mornings during the week. And we still haven't opened the chest, which is okay. So in the stream, and T-Rex knows. T-Rex, you've been there. T-Rex is my quote captain. She's been every time somebody in the stream says something funny, she records it as a quote, and then you can hit exclamation. You can type exclamation quote on the stream, and it'll pull up a random quote that somebody said. And some of them are.
I need to write down them
hilarious.
All. So
Genesis has been posting them in the general section of the Discord. She's actually been pulling up some old quotes, so maybe we can add some of these. Actually, you could do it right now in chat. So like if we just typed exclamation quote. One will come up.
Like jumpy jumps.
Oh, wait. Hold
he's got like jumpy jumps. When all else fails, burn them with fire.
Yeah, it works.
All right.
Here's another one.
Nice.
I was a key boy. Robots.
Hold on a second.
That was a speech impediment that I had. Ragdoll those bitches. Dazon.
Quote 9.
Skyrim force this bitch. Okay, so every time you climb down up or down a mountain in a video game, and that's what I yell at. I go, Skyrim force this bitch. You guys know what that means, right?
Universally.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think everybody, it's like, if you ever see those goats climb up just flat surfaces, that's just you in Skyrim. They just, that is a living Skyrim creature, is those goats that can just like go straight up nothing.
Absolutely. So when you're in a video game
there's only one of two horse jokes you can make in Skyrim.
Yes.
Other being the dead one, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you taste like cake, Cappy. So also Cappy has invaded my stream and is super creepy and
he's real creepy.
Will show up and say really creepy things. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Come join us in the morning, and there's a treasure chest, and when we hit 25 concurrent viewers just in one stream. When 25 people happen to show up at the same time, the chest is going to pop open and give out an award to somebody. And what's funny to me is that, Lotus, you know how many people watch or listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
And you know how many people listen to my other podcasts.
Yeah.
And we still haven't had 25 people show up at the same time in one of the morning streams. Simultaneously to pop open a chest. You'd think that like on the Discord, they'd all like get together and be like, all right, everybody show up at like 9:30. We'll be there. Just pop the chest open.
Yeah, we'll just pop the chest real quick.
Pop the chest and leave. Nope.
I wasn't there this morning.
Yeah, you weren't there this morning. So they haven't even done that.
Sucked if it happened then.
Right.
Right? I didn't wake up until like 10 o'clock this morning, so...
So, and on top of that, if we can hit 25 average for a week, I will be giving away... so I'll be picking a winner, and we're going to give away a video game of their choice. So, if somebody's been wanting to get into like Elder Scrolls Online or... one of the big games coming out this fall or something like that, I'll be giving away whatever game they want. So that's my goal, is to hit that 25 average thing. So even if you're just working in the morning, you want to lurk in the channel, help me reach that goal, you could win something. So come hang out, friends. Come hang out. It's going to be awesome. And we have a lot of fun, and the community's awesome. Everybody's so cool. So
I'm greatly enjoying the quotes.
The quotes are so good. The quotes are so good.
I'm just enjoying the quotes going down the side right now.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh no, beefy boy.
Oh, loud dog one.
Loud dog one. That's what happens when my dogs start barking during the. Babies are like little drunk people. Ragdoll those bitches.
I really like that one.
Loud dog one. And I was starting to just repeat some of the other quotes. Lady Monk.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Lady Monk
I forgot about that.
was when I was making my New World character, and I was on the male character, and I swapped over to the female character, and it just gives you a random assortment of selection for, you know, like hair and face and all that stuff. And the random assortment of selection for the female character was the monk haircut, which is bald on top with like drapes all the way around. And I was like, oh, I'm a lady monk.
It was so bad.
It was really bad.
That's incredible.
So T-Rex quoted that. She's like, oh, that's a new one. Lady monk. Anyway, you can see that we have a lot of fun. But anyway, this is the end of the show. Thank you for being here, everybody. Lotus and I will be back next week. Same time, Thursday night, 9 p.m. twitch.tv/robotsradio. And we'll see you guys then. Stay safe out there in Tamriel, because as you know, there's a bunch of people who want to eat you and do other things to your corpse. And oh God. All right. We'll just see you later.
Get away from the Northwest.
Stay away from the reach. Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. If you have something you'd like to contribute to the show, please reach out to us at elderscrollslorecast@gmail.com or on Twitter @ESO Lorecast. I really appreciate you listening, and I'd love to hear from you soon.
You've been listening to a Robots Radio podcast. Smart shows for interesting people. Check out all the shows at robotsradio.net.
In a world where solid-state electronics and vacuum tubes are still meta, people never stopped loving atomic-powered everything. A chosen 500 stepped inside a subterranean vault to be spared the nuclear horror of the inevitable Great War. 25 years later, they emerge after the fallout settles to retake Appalachia. Among them, two former rivals whose blood feud will tear West Virginia apart in their epic struggle for survival. Chad, a vault bro who has a strength of 15, an intelligence of 2, and is a complete wasteland dickhead. Simon, a complicated anti-hero who chooses light and hope, but accidentally becomes a cannibal and wakes up naked and afraid with a Scorchbeast queen after a date goes terribly wrong. What? I mean, it's a wild wasteland, right? This dark humor radio drama will have you driving off the road and crawling out from under the fallout. 2 men, 1 wasteland, and so many nukes. Chad, a Fallout 76 podcast. Rated R. Now streaming on your holotape player podcasty thing.
Do you like adventure?
Yeah.
Do you like laughing?
Yeah.
Would you like to listen to a group of people you don't know play D&D and reference retro pop culture you vaguely remember? Excellent. You're going to love Committee Quest. We play D&D in the world of Amarin. We use adventure modules and supplements made by people in the community. We also have a sweet synthwave backing track. Come and join us on our adventure. Volume 1 has been completed. Volume 2 coming the end of January. You can find us on iTunes, Podbean, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey, all you wannabe raiders out there, it's your bestest girl Rose coming at ya from top of the world. Now, it's time for your local traffic and weather. Well, looks like almost everyone's still dead, so traffic is at a standstill. And now a word from our sponsor, because they're totally not bribing me with massive amounts of chems or anything. Seems as the stuffed shirts are back at the White Springs playing games with that total loser Modus. But hey, if that's your thing, whatever. So if all you squares wanted to hear more totally sort of, but maybe not boring stories about rebuilding Appalachia and being all goody two-shoes, definitely not raiders, check out this thing they call a podcast. The Modus Files. Whatever that's supposed to be. On Spotify, iTunes, and wherever else you listen to those things. Double ugh. They are not paying me enough for this. Till later. This is Rose. Raiders rule.